Marianah Lourens in Kuns in Vermaak. Yes, Marianah Lourens and art and entertainment. And I am so excited because I have got my old young friend. And it's of course Fiks Mahola, and some of you will know him.
Some guy. Some guy.
He's some guy, yes, and I'm so excited, super excited to have him. And his uncle. And it was so nice for me this morning to meet Mr. Mzi Mahola.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Perfectly put. Perfectly done.
I won't let you down, Marianah. Not disappointed at all.
Not disappointed at all. Mr. Mzi Mahola is here, and therefore I made sure that Fiks is here as well. But the whole thing that we want to get going is that he is launching a book. And what actually caught my eye on your poster for your book is Forgotten Bastards. And of course, the book is actually, the title is Heroes of the Struggle. So we are going to look forward to it because it's soon. So tell us about your book.
The book is already available. It's available. Unfortunately, the bookshops don't seem to be very interested. They don't know because it will not be previewed.
They want the launch.
They want the launch.
I think maybe they want the launch.
Because everybody that has read the book is writing about it.
Yes.
You know, the last person I expected to make comment was my former mentor, Mr. Robert Perrault. He's a poetry guru.
Say again, what's his name?
Mr. Robert Perrault.
Oh, Robert Perrault?
He's in Grahamstown.
Okay.
So when he read the book, he just said this book is going to go places.
Yes.
And he elaborated, about the qualities of the book. And I couldn't close my mouth, because he was my mentor,
He was your mentor.
And he's the one who said, I must write these things before I die. Because if I die with them, then they'll be dead.
Then they're gone. And then we don't have the benefit of them.
Yeah.
So is that, but that is because he read something else, or did he hear you tell your story? How did he prompt you to actually get it down on paper?
I think it was in 2010 or somewhere around that area. I took a group of white people, around the flashpoints of our struggle in New Brighton.
In New Brighton.
Yes.
No.
And then he was surprised, how come you know all these things? And I laughed because it is a part of my life that he never been sort of exposed to. And I told him that no, I was involved. I was operating on the ground for the ANC. So that's how she came to pressurize me that no, you must write these things.
You must.
You must.
No. We of course have the sound effects here of the squeaking gate. You were saying
it would be criminal to interview Utata Mzi Mahola and not talk about him as an uncle to me and as a man, basically. And this was a man whom I grew up watching. And get this, retired, undefeated, national boxing champion.
Yes.
Let's get that out the way.
Like
Yeah. Undefeated national boxing champion.
Yes.
That's one. And then from there, worked at the Snake Park. Which is now what is now Bay West? What is now Bayworld? Bayworld.
Yes.
Yeah. And then wait. And then decided this isn't for me. Zigzagged. Now he's a writer. And it all happened like boom, boom, boom. So for me as an artist, watching a family man like him, able effortlessly, really freely just zigzag through careers whilst his life kept running, there was no stopping in his life. But there was always what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? It was always very, very inspiring for me. And now we've come here, it's full circle, we are here, and I'm able to actually tell him to his face that I honor you so much. You've set a wonderful example for us as a man, as an uncle, truly, and I thank you so much for that. And I thank you, the fact that you mentioned your former mentor, Robert, said that, you have all the wealth of knowledge that is inside you, it has to come out. So we thank you.
You know what you said 2 days ago? He said, Mzi, you can die now. You have accomplished your task.
But I hope you told him you're not ready yet.
No, I still have some work to do.
You see, he still has some work to do. It's exactly as you described him.
Yeah. Just now. Yeah.
Exactly as you described him. And talking about the snake park, I remember when I was 12, 13 years old visiting this snake park. That was in the 1950s, the late 50s.
I saw that girl.
It was about 58, say 1958, 56, 57. I don't know how old you were when you worked at the snake park.
I was not working at the snake park. I was working at the museum.
Oh, at the museum, but the kind of...
It's one complex.
Yeah, it was all in that way.
I started in 1972.
Yes, there wasn't a swimming pool then.
After 25 years, I packed folded my tents. After 25 years.
Yes. Or at least the swimming pool is across the road, but it didn't look anything like it looked now.
No.
It was all open air, and we had these guys showing us the snakes and wearing gloves.
It was them.
It was them,
It's one of them.
It was awesome. It was awesome. So yes, this is when my dad worked at, which is now Nedbank. It was the Netherlands Bank. But anyway, this is not my story. This is your story, Mzi, because the whole thing you've now told us what made you write it, get the forgotten bastards, heroes of the struggle down on paper. But it didn't start there for you writing things down.
No,
it must have started somewhere before.
I started writing at Hilltown High School. A friend of mine, he's late now, he wrote only one poem. The one poem that inspired me. So he was like an angel who was sent to go and wake that giant poet. He doesn't know that he's a writer.
Wow.
Yeah, that is Vuyo Matanda. I'm still very grateful.
What is his name, say?
Vuyo Matanda.
Vuyo Matanda. And he wrote that one poem? And was it published at all?
No, it was just in the classroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
have you got that poem?
Not at all.
Oh, isn't that now? The poem that inspired you is nowhere to be found.
It's more than the poem. It's the fact that he said to me, I wrote this poem. It was, to me, people who write poetry were all dead people. I never seen any live.
You never met them.
I never met them.
Kids.
So I said, no. This guy is cheating. No, he's plagiarizing. And I said, no, I wrote it. But I remember that this guy is gifted because he always writes, he's a playwright at school. So that we called him Gibson Kente.
Yes.
The national playwright. So, we gave him that name. So somehow I believe him, but this was the quality of the poem that made me to challenge it. Said I didn't tell him, no, I'm going to write my own poem. And then I wrote a poem about the monsters that were troubling us. Because they were attracted by the light. They're coming from outside.
Yeah, they come inside.
Yeah, and then they were carpeting the floor.
Yeah.
So I wrote about these monsters. To me, it was just a mission. But the honor was that of rich people who were dying because of excessive comfort.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the first poem that I wrote.
In that poem, where is your first poem now?
I can write it.
Well, he went on further.
That was very short.
He went on further to write more books.
Now you should actually get together all your poems. You were thinking of the Mossies and the this and the that. That was that happened, and publish another book for us.
What can I do with them?
We publish them in a book.
This is not his first book, right? There's strange things. We're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, tell us about the other books.
Yeah, I've written 7 books, 5 poetry books and 2 novels, 5 plays. One was sent to the National Art Festival, received a standing ovation.
And what is that one called?
It's called Not in My Room.
Not in My Room?
No, Something Must Break.
Oh, Something Must Break.
Yes, it was that one. Something Must Break. Yes, it was Something Must Break.
Not in My Room was performed.
Was here at Opera House,
Okay.
After that, I wrote a script. I wrote 4 plays for schools for the Delta and Dramatics Festival. And then I wrote 2 for churches. And then I experimented with drama because I attended a course, it's a 2 months course in script writing. I'm sitting on a plane, the drama is finished, but I want to say it because I don't have time for that. I'm using time. It's a film.
It's a film.
Yes.
Or is it a stage show or is it a film? There's a big difference. We know.
It's not a film. It's a script, film script.
Okay, it's a script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I want to sell it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it is quite good, but well, I don't have time for people. You've got to escort people to the reader, you know?
Yeah.
Readers,
Yeah.
You know, and it's taking your time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't have energy for
But
this.
there must be a way for you to get your script to somebody who may be interested.
Anyone who can buy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Now, Fiks, to get to you, because I think that I actually met you I don't know where I met you, but I think it was after Knie Diep.
Yes,
die
it was after
warm
Knie Diep,
water.
yes,
It was,
yes,
was
it was
it
after
before Knie Diep?
But
I think I met you before
By
Knie
the time
Diep.
Knie Diep came, I knew you. Yeah, we knew each other. Yeah, we knew each
already.
other. Yeah.
And we were there, and we were there with our favourite lady who passed away.
No,
yes. And it was such a pleasure for me to be with her, because now in a film, of course, we know that you never see each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if we do bump into each other, you're lucky. You don't see each other at all. But Nomshle and I spent a lot of time backstage because we were not in the same scenes. You and I were not in the same scenes.
Yeah.
We all in different scenes. But Fiks, you've also made your draai in Sewende Laan and where else?
So, Sewende Laan, Linse Langstandskoene, lots of other movies and stuff like that. So, and again, I always say to people, we always say no man is an island, but it didn't come from nowhere. All of this, the artistic streak, it came from above. It came from, when I say above, I don't mean necessarily the Lord or heaven, but above.
Well, he had a hand in it.
Yeah, it certainly does. I don't only mean them, but I mean from above, as in the elders as well. His brother, for example, Muntu Mahola, has been a playwright.
It's in your genes.
Yeah, it's in my genes. My uncle's brother, right? His youngest brother is a playwright, actor, a voiceover artist. Has been for many years.
Examples.
I had these examples. It would be criminal for me not to mention any of this. It would be ridiculous actually of me not to. I've come from an incredibly blessed family.
And did you do anything at school? In plays and stuff like that, or sing in school choirs or stuff?
Yes. The singing and the acting thing only really started in high school. I just discovered it in high school, and all of a sudden, I can sing, I can act. Who would have thunk it? And then by the time when
my English teacher would have said, "What's thunk?"
At the time you're a lighty, you don't think where is it coming from. Exactly. It's only once as you get older, you realize actually, you know what? Actually, it's in the family.
Where did the passion begin? So you did sing in the choir at school.
At school,
and of course your grandma also so usually drags you to the Sunday school choir, church choir.
Funny you should say grandma. Grandma is his mother, my uncle's mother. She's the one who actually used to have a beautiful singing voice and was very, very heavily involved in church activities and community activities as well.
Credit to your mother as well.
Oh yes, yeah, no,
and
she was.
Your mom as
and
well.
My mother, she was an amazing woman. Yeah,
have voices and can sing.
Yeah,
and you can sing.
And I can.
Besides act, you can also
carry
sing.
A tune.
Carry a tune.
I can carry a tune.
He said I'm cold, but doesn't know that.
Well, the thing is,
weren't we talking about a book? Weren't we to talk about a book?
People don't actually realize when they've got good voices. They think it just comes automatically, but it doesn't. I know when I can hear people who can sing that I know I can't sing. I know them that I can't sing because it's not that easy. Or if you try and sing a certain tune nicely, like you can sing it in front of an audience, and you actually can't cut it.
Yeah.
You know that people are gifted. And of course it does come from God.
Yeah.
The gifts come from God.
Yeah,
and that's why we all end up in the church choir, I suppose, as well, and the Sunday school choir. But now, what have you done lately? Have you been able to do anything fixed? Did COVID also lay you low like all of us?
COVID laid, I was also a victim of COVID, but I've been again so blessed in that corporates started coming with things that started needing to have videos shot, which would require voiceover work, which would require acting. So, and again, it's only because we are all now indoors, we can't go anywhere.
Yes.
But corporates need to have trainings. They still need to maintain those trainings. They still need to, people, now we're in this new space. How are we going to operate working from home? This requires a training video. So you record the training video, and that's how I That's what I've been doing since COVID actually started.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've
I've been busy.
been busy
I've been kept out of trouble.
and so on. Because our techie has just told me we've got 5 minutes. It's 4 minutes now, probably. Yes, because now things are happening again. We're coming out of our sleeping holes.
Yeah.
We can do shows and people are clamoring. I mean, there are shows galore now. We are just busy rehearsing Matilda.
Yes.
It's going to be big because Robin Williams is doing it and it's a big cast. There are 3 Matildas and 3 teams of kids.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We spoke about the family and everything. So you mentioned it for the Matilda thing. There's three Matildas. It's a musical. It's a musical. Roald Dahl. One of the 3 Matildas is actually one of my nieces.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So she's one of the leads, Matilda. Like
Matilda
is the lead.
Yeah.
So it's and there's just so much talent flowing into the family, and it's
and
crazy.
those kids are so gifted. I mean, they are amazing. They are tiny, but the things they can do.
Yeah.
So the way forward for you, basically, Fiks, is just carry on, do voiceovers, and they must grab you when they start making films again. They can grab a granny as well if they want to.
Always.
And Mzi, now your actual launch that you are planning is now in a few days' time. It's on the 17th. And where are you having your launch?
Supposedly it will take place at the City Hall.
At the City Hall?
But then again, there is the issue of the coalition of parties, So I don't know
when you say City Hall,
City Hall.
Which City Hall? There are few.
In Kabeg.
In Kabega.
Yeah. There's only one.
In the main, what used to be Main Street at the end of Thabo Mbeki.
Yeah.
Mbeki Road, no.
Going Mbeki.
No, our techie is shaking his head.
There's only one City Hall. It's that one. It's the City Hall close to the Feather Market Hall there.
Across the road.
Across the road from the Feather Market Hall. It's going to be there.
Gowan and Mbeki Road.
Yes, Gowan and Mbeki.
Gowan. Oh, that's why he shook his head, because I've got it wrong. Thabo was
the producer shook his head, said no.
Gowan was the dad, and that name is named after him. And if you keep going, you just run right into the City Hall.
Yes.
And we'll say, watch the press, watch the media for that launch, because you're going to have it there.
Yes.
And if I know launches, it carries on for half a day. You go in the morning and you don't get away there till 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something.
So much that they even invited the premier to give the key statement.
Address.
But
Wonderful.
I don't know whether he's going to agree. We're still waiting for his response.
Wow.
So that's wonderful. So we can expect some important people
It's a
there.
big thing, and then no one is going to be disappointed.
No one is going to be disappointed.
Yes.
So we're really looking forward to that. And then we are looking forward to the other books and the poems that you're going to assemble for us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to finish, because you first of all asked about the book, the title. Initially it was titled Forgotten Bastards. And I thought I was married to that title. And then again, my editor, Jane Else of Pretoria, said, no. Not this title.
Not this title. Yeah.
Because you're angry now. But down the line, you change your feelings, But you're too late, you correct the title. And then I took this back to my children and argued about it. It was no, Dad, we want that title. We want that title.
I was one of those, by the way. I was one of those who wanted the title.
It's to be catchy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So we started kind of call it a truce, Okay, let's call it Hero of Struggle. That's what suggestion of
because that's another very nice title. It's very descriptive. Heroes of the struggle, and then because that's what caught my eye.
So,
Forgotten Bastards.
Yes.
Because it's nice and big.
Yes. But it's not subtitled now.
It's not.
Forgotten Bastards.
Yeah,
So
but it's above Heroes.
Yes, it is above.
Of the struggle. So we can look forward to more writing, and definitely looking forward to the launch on the 17th of September. Our time is now run out.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mzi, for coming. It's such a pleasure for me to meet you. I mean, he's the brightest man. I mean, I'm a granny, he's a grandpa. But he's got a bounce in his step, and we're looking forward to much, much more from you. So thank you so much, Mzi, for coming. I really appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Auntie Marianah. Baie dankie vir u.
Mahola, ja, ons kan Afrikaans praat, né?
Maar ek praat suiwer Afrikaans.
Ja,
Jy praat net Afrikaans.
Suiwer Afrikaans.
Hulle praat suiwer Afrikaans en dit is so goed, want hoe meer tale mens kan praat, hoe meer is jy op hoogte van sake, né? Yes, the more languages you can speak, the more abreast of stuff you can.
Yes.
Yeah, and you always one ahead if you can speak another language.
Yeah,
but anyway, now it's really time for me to say goodbye. Thank you, Mzi. Thank you, Fiks. We will see each other again. Watch the space from Marianah Lourens and Art and Entertainment. It is now goodbye. Ja, van Marianah Lourens en Kuns en Vermaak. Arrivari.